camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. You're not seeing an extra person here in the air. My okay, let me start over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry.
So a guy walks into a bar.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hi guys. Okay, so you are not going crazy. My good friend Stephanie is here.
Hi.
And I am so excited. So first, for all of you guys that know me, you already know my name is Natalie Diamond. Thank you for joining me. For all the new people that I don't know on Stephanie's channel, hi guys, my name is Natalie. I do relationship, love type content on my channel. And for all of you guys on my channel, this is the wonderful
Stephanie Lee. Hi guys, I am a relationship expert and therapist. If you know me, then you know I love reviews and all things relationships and reality TV and concepts with my husband on our Fourth Sense show. If you are new, hi, welcome, and I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, so basically we came together to do this video because we both love relationship talks and talks about couples and stuff like that. We're married, we've known our husbands for quite some time, and we've got some good stuff we are ready to share with you guys. Stephanie talks about like Married at First Sight, and she talks about Family and Fiance. I love that show. It's on OWN.
Yeah.
So basically she does love reviews. So if you, or show reviews. So if you're on my channel, go check her out.
And if you're on my channel, go check Natalie out. She talks about love, she talks about faith, she talks about doing things in a Christian way and a morally sound way. So she has great content, so go check her out.
Yeah, so let's get into it because I know that's what you guys are waiting for. So as you guys can tell, we're going to talk about things we wish we knew before we got married. Things I wish I knew before we got married. Okay, so if you want to get married, make sure you do not do these things. So let's start with number 1.
Stop saying that you don't need a man. You don't realize it, but you are putting out the energy that actually rejects and repels love. You know, I think in this society with so many options, sometimes the options actually create more limits for us than we realize. And for some reason, society is beating up on women for saying that they want a man and they want to be with someone. Desiring to connect with someone and build a life with someone is actually human nature. It's quite natural. So don't apologize for it. Don't tell yourself that you don't need a man. Yeah, technically you don't need any other person to continue your life, but it's okay to want someone. It's okay to want to build a life with someone, and don't carry the energy of pushing people and things away and expecting to get those things, because it just won't work out in your favor.
And you guys know I'm a woman of faith, so, or we are, but in the Bible it says you have to be careful what you say. The power of the tongue is real. So when you continue to put out there, oh, I don't need a man, you know, a lot of us that's independent, I know, been there, you know, I used to really focus on me and getting my career, my degrees and all of that, but at the end of the day, when you come home, you want someone to share that with. You want someone to love you. We all want to be loved, and that is okay. So you don't have to put on this facade and pretend that you don't want a man because it makes you feel good inside. Start saying positive things, you know. I can't wait until I find my husband. Get yourself ready for that forever man that you'll have one day. Okay, so number 2 is good because this is so common, and that is bringing your past into your present. It is so important to be able to take care of issues that you're having before you start a relationship, because at the end of the day, it's not fair to your partner and it's not fair to you. So some of you guys may be like, what is she talking about? Okay, daddy issues. You know, a lot of you guys have issues with your, you know, not having a father, or a father that may have done something to you, whether mental or physical abuse, I don't know. But then you take it out on your current relationship, and it causes a serious division, rightfully so. because whatever situation you have, you should aim always to fix on your own, fix yourself, and then bring the best version of yourself into your relationship, because it's only right.
Absolutely. I mean, as a therapist, I can say that I see it all the time. The past is very much present. You can't outrun yourself. You can't outrun some of the things that you haven't worked on. And unfortunately, it will affect your relationship life, and it'll affect your quality of life. Most importantly, you always want to do things for self, because your behavior and your relationships are an extension of yourself. You know, how many of us have shown up first date perfectly, but it's not necessarily an authentic version of ourselves, and then eventually the real part of you comes out. So you want to work on those things, because if you hide those things, it'll come out and it'll damage your relationship. Focus on the things that have been traumatic. Focus on the things that have been emotional trauma, anything that you're carrying with you. It will better yourself. It'll improve your life experience, and then that will transition over into your relationship experience, because no matter how much someone loves you, there's only so much of your damaged behavior that they're going to allow to affect their life experience. And if their life experience isn't improved by you being in it, love or not, they're going to let you go. So it's really important to work on your past stuff that's getting in the way of the current, so that you can have a beautiful future.
Yeah, and before we go into tip 3, I do want to mention, like, I know a really common issue, women that deal with faithful or infidelity in the past. A lot of you guys like to bring that into your future, and it's like you're nagging your husband, or your boyfriend or whoever you're dating, assuming that they're probably doing something behind your back because of what you had to deal with in the past, when it's unfair to them. It's unfair to you, because you're causing a mental prison in your head. You're making yourself go crazy. You know, whoever is for you is going to know how to treat you. Okay, so make sure whatever issues you have in your past, you take care of them before you go into your future.
Perfectly said.
Okay, number 3.
Number 3, learn the art of selflessness. Okay, sounds like selfishness, but it's the complete opposite. The art of selflessness is so important, because it can make or break a relationship. And we romanticize, you know, selflessness. We say, oh, of course we have to compromise relationships, of course, you know, duh. Except no, our behavior is not indicative of that when we get into it. We don't realize that marriage is a sacrifice. You have to die to yourself to live for the betterment of the relationship. And it's not always easy. It's not always fair. It's not always about you. Most of the time it's not. You know, your individual person matters, but it's really about the unit, and you really have to learn to be ready for the sacrifice of what that is. You know, I always used to say, like, in my singlehood, oh, love it or leave it. And a lot of us single girls have that attitude.
What?
Oh, okay, well, you don't like it, love it or leave it, bye. You know, and the
That's
thing
who
is,
I am.
Exactly. And the thing is, the people in our lives at that time are predominantly family and friends who will always love it even when they want to leave it. But guess who doesn't have to deal with that? Your spouse. And so if you have that same sacrificial attitude and love it or leave it, you can push somebody away and they will leave it. So really learn that selflessness is something that's like imperative in a relationship, in a marriage. And when you learn how to sacrifice and you learn to think of yourself as a unit with this individual, then you will go a long way, because you'll be able to compromise, which is like one of the #1 things in a marriage.
That is a marriage.
Yeah.
And it's like, I also want to bring up the fact that it's not just the small things, it's also the big things. So, you know, a lot of you guys may think what we're saying with this particular one is very simple, but it's something that you really have to learn to master. I mean, when you get into the marriage, you're still going to have to work just to learn how to sacrifice. But if you don't have just the gist of what it means to be selfless, that is where you're going to have a problem. I have to say, I honestly think that a majority of divorces come from it, because a lot of us really think, well, not me, but a lot of people, I used to have this issue, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people really think like, if that's just who I am. If they don't love it, then if they don't want to love me, then they just gonna have to deal with it. Or if they don't know how to put the dishes this way, then I can't deal with them anymore. If they want to be that way, I can't deal with it anymore. Well, everyone is different. Everyone is different. So that means you have to learn to be able to change and adjust and deal with other people and how they work too. It's not all about you. It's not all about how you feel and what you think. So you have to kind of go into the marriage, or even start now. It's good to know that as a person, that it's not about you. It's about all that's around you, and being able to, you know, compromise, sacrifice, and show people that you love them in that manner.
A lot of people get lost in the sauce with you know,
lost in the sauce.
Yeah, the lost in the sauce with like, oh, of course I have to compromise on these things, and then we name these things. We forget about, you know, cleaning the toilet and what's for dinner and these dishes and who didn't do the laundry. Honey, let me tell you something, that adds up very quick.
And these are everyday things. Yes. These aren't like things that, oh, you want to buy a house. That's fun. Great. Yeah, you buy a house, you're done. But everything else that you deal with on a day-to-day basis, you guys, it's a lot of work. And if you don't understand what selflessness means, you're going to have a hard problem or a hard time. You are. Like, that's just, you really can't get married being selfish.
No, you can't. You won't stay married.
You won't stay married. There you go. You won't stay married. You will get married, but it ain't gonna last, okay? You want to add anything else?
No, I think we're good.
Yeah.
We just gave you a little tease. If you have any questions, feel free to comment so we can maybe do another video. Yeah. You know, answering some of those.
Or if you guys want us to do any more videos, let us know. This is our passion. This is what we love to do. We do it on YouTube, off of YouTube. It's our lives. This is what we're called to do. So if you have any questions, if you have anything you want us to do or share in the future, please put it down below and let us know.
And don't forget to subscribe to both of our channels.
Yes. Go on to Stephanie's channel. I'll have her link down in the description section.
And I will have Natalie's link down in my description section.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, and we're very close. We've known each other in high school. For a lot of you guys that are like, where do they come from?
Yeah, we used to cheer together.
Yeah, we
5 years ago when I was in high school.
That sounded so believable.
It wasn't 5 years ago.
No, it wasn't. I mean, you know, but that's okay.
You still look good. It's okay. Still got it. So.
You know? Hi. But yeah, so we love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We have some good content coming your way separately on our channels. So stay tuned for that. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.